Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Oh, I just started drinking all black coffee. Let me make sure we're live and everything's rolling correctly. Good morning. This is something new I'm doing, so I'm just checking really quick to make sure it's going. I'm coming to find you. Good morning. If you're brand new to me, please let me know. So yes, we're live. I see it. Good morning. Good evening. Hi, Gina. Hi, Caitlin. If you're brand new to me, my name is Mandy Perry. This is my public figure page. And I've set an intention to just, me and my team got together and we're like, how can we just give them more value? How can we just support them even more in the critical, crucial things that are going to bring success in their life? And so one of the things I've decided to do is here on my public figure page to answer some really, some of the questions that come in that I feel really hold people back and are kind of the harder ones to find answers to, the ones that I had to kind of search to find answers to. So feel free to tag friends. Feel free to share this video if you feel like you got value. I'm going to attempt to keep them to like 15 minutes. I usually roll at an hour though, so I'm going to do my best to bring you the straight value in 15 minutes and let that be what it is. So yeah, if you're brand new to me, please let me know where you're at in the world. Let me say hi to you. Let the team in the tribe welcome you. The community here will welcome you. That's what we do. And I'm happy to have you here. Feel free to email support@mandyperry.com for any questions that you would like me to riff on, or something you're really struggling with, or a topic you'd like me to cover. And of course, if anything I say resonates and you want to work with me further, just PM me. I have many, many choices, all the way from, $97 a month in the elite group to working with me privately one-on-one. So just know that's available. Okay, welcome. Today's topic is how to get really incredible support in your life and in your company and in your business. This is really big for a lot of people, like really big. So for me, of course, being a woman on welfare for so long, just 4 years ago, and making $400 a week, being a nanny to someone else, I was a support person for someone else. And I really had this deep story that people didn't help me. Nobody did it right. I had to do it myself or else it wouldn't get done. And obviously a sense of, really struggling with feeling worthy to have people supporting me. So that was a long journey for me. And that was true in my life and in my business. So in life, for example, if you hire cleaners or, you have a hairdresser or anyone that you're paying for a service for you, oftentimes we can feel like they don't do a really good job and we hold on tightly to the thing and we don't want to let go. We don't want to let go because they're not going to do the job as good as us. Now, here's what I have to say about that. One, you're creating that. And two, when you treat people like they do a crappy job, they're going to do a crappy job. So the belief that holds people back in all arenas of getting really incredible support, and I really want to know how you feel about this, right? Like, does it feel like, and you can just tell the truth, it's all right. Like, this is like a zero judgment zone. Does it feel to you like people do a crappy job when you hire them, or you're kind of always having to babysit, or you're kind of having to do some of the work yourself? Or does it feel like you don't know how to find the people that support you really well? And also, have you actually gotten to the place where you feel, can you recognize that maybe you're nervous to have really good support, and any kind of stories behind, like, if I hire really incredible people, I'll be the messy one. It's kind of like not dating someone who's really incredible because you don't want them to see how messed up you are, right? Like that same kind of theory. So here's the real deal. Are you ready? This is the real stuff right here. When you treat people and when you don't trust people and you're always kind of looking over to see if they're doing a good job, they're going to live to that. When you trust people to do a good job, they do. And here's where a big part of this is coming from. You're not giving them the information they need in order to do a really good job because you might feel guilty that if I do, I'm a diva. I'm going to be too demanding. I can't keep correcting. I can't ask for all of these things. Like, this is exactly how I want it to be done. If I tell them all that stuff, that I'm being a diva, or I'm being, a selfish human being, or whatever the thing is. But here's the shift. What if they just wanted to do a really good job? And what if you gave them all the correct information, or corrected them, or let them know, I love this. Nope, I don't really like that. I'm not a fan of that. If in your life, you knew how to really ask for what you want without any guilt, without any story that that's being a diva. Can you hear me? Do you know what I'm saying? When we can just ask people for what, so I'm gonna give you guys a couple stories to really lock this in, because this is important. So one time, I was going to get my hair done, and I stopped and kind of had a temper fit. Like, every time I get my hair done, it's a bad job. Every time when I got my eyelashes curled one time, they did a bad job. It's like, everybody always does a bad job when I get stuff done. And I sort of had this belief of I'm going to get the crappy person, because I always do. And I was like, that's it. I had enough. And I sort of flipped out. I went back I was in my sweatpants and whatever. And I was like, nope, I'm going to embody the woman who people do a really good job for. And I went in my closet, and I put on some earrings, and I put on a nice outfit, and I put my heels on, and I didn't change anything else. And I went there. And then I acted like a woman who people always support and do a good job. And you know what changed? I told the woman what I liked and what I didn't like, and showed her pictures. I said, oh, I don't like it like this, not like this, not like this. I love it like this, love it like this, love it like this. And I watched her be like, oh, I get it. And then she did exactly what I asked. Do you know what I did differently? I actually felt confident enough to tell her what I like and what I don't like. When I'm getting a massage on the massage table, when I say, I really love firm pressure here. Oop, nope, that's too hard. Yep, that's just right. Oh, kind of go softer there, that hurts there. They're like, I can see the exhale in them, because they feel like they're not having to guess how to do a good job for you. With my team, I was constantly hiring people that were the same as me and didn't bring gifts. Like, I am disorganized. I'm constantly creating mass amount of stuff. And I really needed someone to come and organize everything. But I had the story of they're going to get frustrated because I'm so disorganized, that they're going to be frustrated because it's not organized. And finally, one day I woke up and had the epiphany, that's their job. The role of your team is to support you, to make your life easier and free up all your time so you can be in your zone of genius. That's the role of your team. The role of someone who works in your house is to actually do a good job so your house looks the way that you want it to look. So just this morning, I text my cleaner, and the mirrors here have been smudgy the last couple days that she's cleaned. So I just took a picture and let her know, hey, I don't know what's going on with the water or what you're using, but the windows are smudgy. Maybe she doesn't see that when she's cleaning. I don't know. And I took a picture of the mirror in the bathroom, just let her know, I love the work you're doing an incredible job, but it's messy. One time the cleaners came in and it was really messy, and I said to her, you always do a great job, but today the floor still had stuff on, and I just said, today, it wasn't really a good job. I'm setting the standard of my expectation. I'm doing it in a very loving way. I'm acknowledging what she does that's really amazing, but I'm also setting the standard of hey, this was the agreement. It feels like you're not holding up to your end of the agreement. It's not some dramatic story of my worth or anything else. Do you hear what I'm saying? So our work is to treat people like they're good, and like they, of course, would do an amazing job, and they're capable, and they want to know how to do a good job for you. If you came from the place of, I know that person wants to do a really good job, what would they need? What information would they need in order to do a really amazing job? And if we came from the place of just understanding communicating is loving, it's loving to actually communicate the information so that that person knows how to do a good job. Communicating what you like is loving. Can you hear that? Communicating what you don't like is loving. Same in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, nobody wants to be guessing what you need all the time. It's not somebody else's job to guess what makes you happy, to guess what you need. It's your job to actually work through your own emotions and then get really clear what it is that you want, and then ask for that, or make it known that that's what you need. It's not other people's job to figure out what we need and to magically make us feel better. You know what I mean? This is true for all of it. Now, it is also true that you need to choose it. So if you want to feel supported, I'm going to say this bluntly because that's how we roll. And trust me, I'm saying it to myself in all the areas that I'm still working on. We have to stop playing the victim. Like we're the only people on the planet that do a good job and have the kind of value of doing a really good job. We're not the only people. Even though it feels like it sometimes, we're not the only people who do a freaking good job and are going to do amazing and who want to do a good job and who will do it with excellence and do it right. Other people will too. And where are you not actually showing up in a way where they have what they need in order to do that good job? And where are you making the assumption that they're not going to do a good job? And then the only other side of that is just trusting yourself that, like, if I'm trusting you and I'm giving you space to do an excellent job, I've given you all the information that you need to do a good job, and then you don't 2 or 3 times in a row, you're not doing a good job, then I'm going to let you go. I'm going to find someone new. I'm going to hire a new CPA. I'm going to hire a new hairdresser. I'm going to hire a new cleaner. I'm going to hire a new assistant or COO for the company or CFO, whatever it is. You get to trust yourself. But the reason that you go back and forth with this dynamic and not actually create it is because you are not being clear what you want and letting it be really known and easy for them to do a good job. Does that make sense? So I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, what your thoughts about it. Put it in the comments. Let me know any further questions that you have it. We can continue to riff on it. I wonder how long it's been. How did I do? I think I did a really good job. Okay, so that's it for this one. That's the full-blown story on how to get support, and you don't have to worry about cleaning up the mess of feeling worthy, etc. You really just get to be like, okay, if I trusted that other people wanted to do a good job, they were fully capable of doing a good job, they were incredible human beings, what information would I give them and how would I treat them? How would I communicate with them? End of story. Let that be the thing. And then watch yourself to see if you did that correctly, and then you get to see how they did. You get to make the assumption, of course, they're going to do an amazing job, and communicate to them like they're doing a good job. Let them know what you love that they're doing. Let them love working for you, and come from a space of like what would make them want to show up for you and do a great job. Criticizing and all that kind of stuff, that's bad energy, right? If you're people can feel when you assume they're going to do a bad job, and when you're hesitant and you don't trust people can feel that. That doesn't feel good. Nobody's lit up to work for someone who's super skeptical. Right? So that's your work, to clean up the energy on your side, and people do a really amazing job. You'll start to see that, and all of a sudden everybody starts doing a good job. And maybe you could just hold it lightly if they don't for one time, instead of the story that, oh, see, this is evidence of the same old BS. No, it's not evidence of that. It's just evidence of maybe they need more guidance or information, and you let it go. You know, like, okay, now the second time, first time haircut. Oh, she did a point in the back. I don't like that. I want that rounded. Let her know, let her try again. She does it bad again. Okay, it's time for a different hairdresser, right? And I'm using hairdresser, but it can be true for everything. Boom, needed this today. Thank you. You're so welcome. Okay, I love you guys. Please share the video if you got value, or tag some friends. And if this work resonates with you and you would like to work further with me, just PM me. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day.